So I made some stickers yesterday. These are just freebies that I include in my orders, just because I like to do that. And I find clip art from artists on Etsy. You know, I like go through and make sure their stuff's legit and doesn't look like they just like mass produced a bunch of shit from via AI. And yeah, they're super cute. And you see I put my website on there, which is why they're freebies. But there's a car outside. It's distracting me. Okay, they went away. So I if you're ever looking to buy a cricut, I don't recommend them. When I bought mine, there wasn't a lot of competition on the market, and the issues that I ended up having with it are known issues, but when you initially like look up those issues or look up the cricut, those issues don't pop up. But once you start having issues, looking into them, then it's like, oh yeah, that's just how the cricut is. So you can see how the bottom and top don't match as far as the outer edge. That's with a bunch of calibrations. I even use like a special calibration sheet from their website directly rather than the one through the app, because the one through the app isn't as effective as the one. I don't understand why. And matter of fact, they changed their calibration stuff. There was a message about it, and so I tried using the one in the app, and it was worse. I had to throw those away. So I went back to doing it the way that there's somebody on Reddit that has like a whole, like, this is how you calibrate your machine, basically. And you see these are pretty close, but on the same sheet, it'll get worse. It'll be like some of them will be just right and then not. But these ones ended up coming out almost perfect. And except that when I did these ones, even though I used the exact same paper, I used the exact same pressure settings, the cricut decided that it didn't want to apply the same pressure, and so then it didn't cut correctly, and like half of them basically were ruined, and my cricut just hates me. I don't know if there's something wrong with it or whatever, but I've had it long enough, it doesn't matter. So when I can finally get the cuts right, and this was like after like calibration number 7, I will go through and make a bunch of stuff that I'll actually sell. My actual designs that I made myself. Anything that I buy from other people where I'm just adding my website, I don't sell those. Even though they're available for commercial use, I don't know. I feel weird about that, but I'm more than happy to give them away because they're super cute. And these ones, I am going to make my website a little bit bigger. This one I need to do a darker color, but I'm also going to do a version where my website's really big, and because my daughter-in-law likes to stick them places in public, so I'm basically going to make some just for that purpose for anybody that wants to help get my website out there. Yeah, so that's what I used my energy on yesterday, and by 2 in the morning I was pretty livid. I do plan on investing in a different brand of cutter when it becomes an option. It makes me sad that like half of everything that I use is wasted, and that so much of what I make, it just doesn't come out well, and that I can't predict, because I can do multiple cuts with the exact same setting, exact same paper, same lighting. I always do it in the dark because the machine works better in the dark. You're less likely to get a glare if you have gloss, blah, blah, blah. And I've never had an issue with it finding the cut lines. It does all that stuff fine. But like multiple cuts, and I get different results for each one. And so it's like I can be like, oh, I want to make 60 of this thing, except that only 15 of them will be viable for sale, and then the rest of them get thrown into my whoops pile, and I just give them away. So that's what I did yesterday, and they're still super cute, even though they're not perfect. I think most people will not mind, and hopefully they will appreciate getting them in their orders. And yeah, that's my story for today.